Let's solve this question together. It says that n factorial is equal to n cubed minus n, and we are required to solve for n. Okay, so how do we do this? First of all, let me explain what n factorial is. So n factorial simply stands for n, okay, times n minus 1, okay, times n minus 2, just basically this trend up to times 0, which is n minus n. Okay, so once can multiply, or 0 factorial rather, so here's that, and 0 factorial is equal to 1. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, trying to say is n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 down to 0 factorial. Okay, now let me show you guys a quick example and then we apply it quickly. So let's say we have 3 factorial is equal to 3 times 3 minus 1 is 2 times 3 minus 2 is 1, okay, times 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay, we say 0 factorial, and 0 factorial is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so now you can see what n factorial basically stands for. Okay, so this is just a quick example of how to apply this factorial. Now let's go ahead and solve this question. Okay, so we have n factorial is equal to n cubed minus n. Okay, moving on from here, we can say that n factorial is n into n minus 1, okay, into n minus 2. Okay, let us say n minus 2 factorial. All right, because n minus factorial will still go down to n minus n, okay, which is still 0 factorial, and this is equal to n into n squared minus 1. All right, we basically haven't changed anything. Now moving on, we can see that n exists on both sides, so we can strike out n on both sides, so that we have n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial is equal to, now n squared minus 1 is the difference of 2 squares, so we can just write this as 1 squared, and this will become n minus 1 into n plus 1. Okay, so this is the difference of 2 squares. All right, now looking again, we can strike out n minus 1 on both sides, so that we're left with n minus 2 factorial is equal to n plus 1, like this. All right, now at this point, let me make an assumption quickly. Okay, so let's say that 1 is equal to 3 minus 2. Okay, so we can say that n minus 2 factorial is equal to n plus 1. Okay, and then this one now can be replaced with n plus 3, okay, minus 2. All right, now I can rearrange this, so I can go ahead and say that this is the same thing as n minus 2 factorial to be equal to n minus 2 plus 3. Okay, I haven't really changed anything. All right, now what do we do from here? So from here, we can now say that let's move this to the other side. Okay, so we have n minus 2 factorial minus n minus 2, like this, is equal to 3. Okay, now n minus 2 factorial can be expressed as n minus 2 multiplied by n minus 2 minus 1 factorial. Okay, then this is minus n minus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, so this is what n minus 2 factorial looks like. All right, now n minus 2 minus 1 is something as n minus 3, and this is n minus 2 here. Okay, all right, now moving on from here, we have factoring out n minus 2. We have n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial minus 1 is equal to 3. All right, now 3 is equal to 3 times 1. All right, 3 and 3 times 1 are the same thing, so let us put 3 times 1 here. Okay, and you're seeing n minus 2 times this. Okay, so this times this is equal to 3 times 1. So we can say, by comparing both sides, you can say that it's either n minus 2 is equal to 3 and n minus 3 factorial minus 1 is equal to 1. Okay, or n minus 2 is equal to 1 and n minus 3 factorial minus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to test these two variables and see which one gives us the answer. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So testing for the first variable, we have n minus 2 is equal to 3 and n minus 3 factorial minus 1 is equal to 1. This is the equation. This is the main test here. For here, we now have that n minus 2 is equal to 3. Hence, n is equal to 3 plus 2, which is 5. Now, testing, we say 5 minus 3 factorial minus 1. Is it equal to, we're asking 1. Okay, 5 minus 3 is 2 factorial minus 1. Is this equal to 1? Okay. Now, 2 factorial is 1, is 2 times 1 rather, which is 2, minus 1. Is it equal to 1? I can agree with me that 1 is equal to 1. Okay. So for the first condition, n is equal to 5. Now let's check for the second one. Okay. For the second one, we have n minus 2 is equal to 1. And n minus 3 factorial minus 1 is equal to 3. Okay. From here, we have that n minus 2 is equal to 1. Implies that n is equal to 3. Okay. Now testing this, we say 3 minus 3 factorial, okay, minus 1, is it equal to 1? 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 factorial minus 1, is it equal to 1? 0 factorial is 1, as I told you earlier. Minus 1, is it equal to 1? 0 is not equal to 1. Hence, the only answer for n is that n is equal to 5. Thanks for watching and do have a nice day.